this point, I would like to introduce John Mabry. John is one of our strategic partnership managers. He comes to us from our home campus in Nashville. John serves as our strategic partnerships manager, and he comes to the organization after graduating from Addiction Campus's Treehouse campus. I don't think I've mentioned that to you guys, but we also have one just outside of Dallas. Similar in nature to what we do here. And I'm going to tell you guys a little bit more about what we do at Turning Point shortly. After having such a positive experience, John knew immediately he had to be a part of the growing company's success. He experienced firsthand the amount of quality time and attention our treatment center staff puts into each and every client. Mabry is an inventor, an actor, and a stuntman with 11 years in the Screen Actors Guild. He's also a triathlete. He accomplished all of these feats after losing his leg below the knee in a car accident. John is also a spokesperson for the Challenged Athletes Foundation, whose fundraising efforts serve people with physical disabilities access to sports. His acting and nonprofit work have been featured in People magazine and USA Today. Mabry has been married 12 years and has 3 beautiful children. Would you help me welcome John Mabry?
Thank you guys so much for being here today. I really appreciate the support that you guys are able to offer us by just being a part of what we're trying to do here. That's create an environment for, like Karen was saying, create an environment, but it's okay to talk about. Felt like I'm free, really. And so it was really easy for me to roll right into addiction. It's just the natural progression of where I was going to go, given the circumstances and given the fact that I didn't have the tools to deal with everything that I was going through. The chronic pain, physical pain, of course, adds to it. There's PTSD, anxiety, depression, all these behavioral health issues. So I graduated, and a month later I walked in with a resume and said, I want to be a part of this. I've been a part of some really big projects that have been seen around the world. This is the best one that I could be a part of. Fortunate to have surrounded myself with a good family there in the office. It's not a job, it's not work, it's saving lives. And I hate that it takes something like this day to bring everybody together, but we really appreciate y'all's support. And Addiction Campuses and Turning Point are not going anywhere anytime soon. This company is continuing to grow, and I'm so blessed and so grateful to be part of it. So thank you guys for the support.
John talked a little bit about the treehouse, which is in Scurry. I mentioned it. We have 66 beds here currently. We're hoping to be able to grow and add additional beds because we know that the need is great. We're also opening another campus in Massachusetts. That will be opening at the end of September, and we will pattern that pretty much after what we're doing in Dallas. So that's going to be an additional 100. I think we have about 200 beds across our organization, which is just a drop in the bucket. We know that people are dying all over this country, and there are people that need help every single day. We receive about 6,000 to 7,000 phone calls a month into our admission center in Nashville. 11,000 chats. Wow. Online. That's amazing to me. So people need help, and we're certainly doing our best to meet the need. So the proclamation reads, whereas this year's national theme, Time to Remember, Time to Act, personifies our commitment to honoring those who have lost or permanently damaged their lives due to overdose and their families, and acting to prevent further overdose tragedies in our community and nationwide. It is time to reduce the stigma of drug-related death and addiction and raise awareness that tragedy of overdose death is preventable. And whereas at Turning Point, we are working to provide treatment, education, awareness, and resources in the community of South Haven, along with quality services and assistance to individuals and families affected by drug addiction and overdose. And whereas Turning Point and other professionals and advocates of overdose awareness have joined together with the South Haven Chamber of Commerce to support each other in our work and to provide South Haven, DeSoto County, and the state of Mississippi and our citizens with a central source of information on addiction treatment and overdose. And whereas on August 31st, Turning Point will be intensifying efforts to promote public understanding of drug overdose and reduce the stigma of drug-related deaths, while acknowledging the grief felt by family and friends affected by overdose. We will be emphasizing the need for citizen involvement in efforts to reduce overdose through public education and changing public attitudes. Now therefore, I, Darren Musselwhite, by the authority vested in me as Mayor of the City of South Haven, Mississippi, hereby proclaim August 31st, 2016 as International Overdose Awareness Day at Turning Point in the City of South Haven, and urge the appropriate right. Next we have Sheriff Bill Rasco. I'm so grateful that you were able to join us today. The DeSoto County Sheriff is elected at large and serves a 4-year term. He and his wife Pam live in Hernando and are members of Longview Point Baptist Church. They have 4 children, 4 granddaughters, and 1 grandson. Sheriff Rasco, please join us.
First of all, I want to thank y'all for inviting us to come and participate in this today. It's a great honor for this. Comes from Macon Moore over here, so I'm going to let him come up and tell y'all what our department's doing to curb some of this situation here in DeSoto County. Thank you.
I was fortunate enough to attend a 10-week class at the FBI Academy in January, February, and March of this year. And it's officers from every state in the United States, overseas, 13 foreign countries from there. So I was exposed to a lot of different practices and procedures. Unfortunately, we will have to use it when we do use it. Any questions?
Very appreciative to the Sheriff's Department for what you guys do. You have one of the toughest jobs out there. Senator Parker, one of my favorite people. This man's done a lot for us. Senator Parker is a member of the was very instrumental in pushing for the Good Samaritan law and getting it passed in Mississippi, which grants immunity of arrest to someone reporting an overdose. He is now fighting for legislation to allow pharmacies throughout the state of Mississippi to sell Narcan without a prescription. Come on up, Senator Parker.
Become aware of things, though, when you get elected because of other people. Other people come to you, and those are the people you listen to get the ideas of what you should be doing. You know, because some people, they have these long lists of things that they want you to do, but the important things are the things that you should do. Just in summary here, you know, I know from my standpoint, we're committed to do everything we can to bring awareness to this through the legislature, you know, through your local government, through your county government, anything that we can do, bring it to our attention, you know, email.
It takes all of us. It's important that we all come together and that we make our voices heard. So I want to encourage you as well to make your voice heard. We can provide you with that platform. I think it's so what we need to do is we're going to get you guys to take a balloon, and if you would, we're going to walk out to the recovery fountain. And if you'll hang on to the balloon, we're going to have a prayer. Pastor Ken Bradley is going to do an invocation for us. Bradley will lead us in prayer by the fountain for those we have lost, for the families left behind, and give praise and thanks for the 23 million Americans who survived and are now in long-term recovery. He will then lead us in a moment of silence before the balloons are released.